The Messenger ﷺ, he tells us from the previous nations there were 3 people. They were trapped in a cave. The boulder had blocked the entrance. They couldn't come out. One of them, he was obedient to his parents. He didn't want anybody to drink the milk before his parents, so he waited. So he says, "Oh Allah, on one occasion when I came home, they were asleep and I didn't want to wake them up, nor did I want anybody to drink before them. So I waited and waited and waited until they woke up and they were the first people to drink. If I did this deed for your sake, help us overcome the affliction we are in." So the boulder moved a little bit. What was his good deed? He was good to his parents. Second person says, "Oh Allah, I had a relative of mine. She was beautiful and I loved her a lot and I wanted to commit zina with her. So I used to offer her wealth, but she refused. On one occasion, she was going through difficulty and hardship. She needed the wealth. So I said, come and commit zina and I'll give you the wealth." He says, eventually we were about to commit the sin. And she said, "Ya Abdullah, O servant of Allah, you should know the seal should not be broken, i.e. a person shouldn't have intercourse unless it's in a halal relationship." So he says, at that point, I left zina as well as the wealth I gave her. I left it for the sake of Allah. Then he says, "Oh Allah, if I did this deed sincerely for you, help us in the affliction we are in." And the boulder moved a little bit more. They were unable to get out. The third person says, "Oh Allah, I used to employ people. And there was this one person who didn't take his wage. And his wage was insignificant. It's mentioned in some of the riwayat like a few grains. You could say a few grains of rice, whatever it may have been. Small. So I took these grains and I started to grow them. In our terms, he started to invest. So eventually the seeds, they grew. They became crops. He was able to buy livestock. It's mentioned camels, sheep, cows, whatever it may be. He says, one day, years later, he came to me and he said, "O servant of Allah, give me what is mine, my wage." So he says, "All the wealth you see in this valley between the 2 mountains is yours. That's your wealth." So he tells him, "Are you joking with me?" He's shocked. He's amazed. He says, "I'm not joking with you. It's all yours." So he says, "Oh Allah, he took all the wealth. He didn't leave anything behind and he went. Oh Allah, if I did this deed for your sake, help us in the affliction we are in." The boulder moved and they were able to come out. What was the third person? He was a good employer, upright and honest. What was his benefit in this world? His dua was accepted.